What's up, everybody? We're in Colum Tyrrell Podcast. Dean Stanfield, Ehsan
Ahmad.
Fuck, I'm the worst with names. No, do you know what I have? Genuinely though, with all names, if I didn't experience those names as a kid in Ireland, the name is never coming into me.
Is there no Stanfields in Ireland?
Stanfields?
Yeah.
There might be, but I wasn't any in my class.
Oh, okay.
Like I'm very specific. If I wasn't, but I'm like that with Polish names in America.
Okay.
All these like
Polish names are hard. They have like random Z's.
with
Muchagimba?
Yeah.
What?
That's a Polish name. Muchagimba.
Is it? That's an African warlord.
That's what it sounds like.
Muchagimba. Barbecue and Haiti.
Yeah, I grew up or I was working in Kennedy, and it's a big Polish community, and they had Janiceks, Janiceks, Pavelik, Alison Voidovich.
Oh my
There's
god!
a
She's a
comic
comic.
here.
That's definitely.
You great. You nailed
Polish.
them. You crushed them like a tongue twister.
They let you know.
So you know
When
all
you
the
fuck 'em
Polish
up.
ones. Yeah, the Polish ones fuck me up. Even the Italian ones can be like mess.
Really? Like which ones? Italians never seem terribly hard.
Mucciacini and all these.
Oh,
stupid
right. The
names.
double C's.
Yeah, just like, and then it's all just kind of like, nah, just I need you to be O'Neill and Murphy and fuck off. I just find it hard to, if someone's name is new and I've never heard of, I was like, that's not a name.
So there's not a lot of Ehsan Ahmads in Ireland.
Not many.
Is that what I'm gathering?
Too many. There's one. Yeah, no, Ireland. Well, Ireland's kind of diverse, I guess. It is now.
Is it?
Yeah, it is really diverse now. When
Isn't
you go
it
home.
kind of like where everywhere's going?
Yeah, sure. It's just a big mob melting pot, you know.
Maybe some places.
But
Yeah.
you
The
know,
Middle East isn't getting more diverse.
Oh,
no.
I wouldn't say. I don't. You know what I mean? There's
I've
certain
never
places.
been over there.
There's certain places that aren't getting more diverse. And certain places that are.
Yeah, places are changing. Palestine's changing.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's genetic makeup. Population shifting.
Yeah, I wonder what's happening.
Yeah, you know, in Ireland though, there's a lot of women with burqas, like covered up a lot, but there's not that many in New York anyway. Like in Ireland,
No, it seems like to me the European Muslims are like they're way more, since they're just way more fundamental than American Muslims are, for sure.
yeah,
Oh, for sure.
they're like stricter. Like
Yo, for sure. Most American, sorry to blow up our spot. Maybe that's not the right term, but most American, where's the drum set? Most American Muslims drink.
Oh yeah.
In a way that I don't think Europeans would. I think, the Europeans are still, like, to me, they're a little more intense. You'll still hear, like, stories about honor killings sometimes in, like England.
What's
No
that?
shit.
Like, what's that? Like for sacrifice for a crop?
No. We got no. Like, it's not something that happens at all, really, in America. It happens maybe a little bit in America, but, like, just like, if a woman dishonors her family in some way, they kill her sometimes. Like, super...
That happens in America?
No, I mean, it's probably happened like once or twice in America, if I had to guess.
And what's the dishonor?
Damn.
Huh?
What?
I don't know, whatever it is.
Like removing
Usually,
her face?
Probably not that deep, but usually it involves dating a white guy a lot of the times.
Oh, so they dated a white guy.
Yeah.
You
They
kill
don't like
him?
that.
Yeah, I mean, again, this is not most of them, but like the like super fundamental ones will be like that, and those exist more in Europe than they do in America, for sure.
It'd be funny if it was something trivial, like, he said embarrass the family. It's just like something really like.
Yeah, you picked up your herpes cream without.
Well, you got
Yeah,
having the herpes would be the thing. Not the cream.
She farted at the dinner table or something. Next thing you know, she's getting stoned in the alleyway.
But yeah, the European ones are like, they seem way more fundamental to me. And what, like the ones that are like,
Is there any in Ireland?
far right, anyways.
What?
Do you see any?
Muslims?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, Ireland's got a lot of immigration. Yeah,
Nice.
but no Jews.
No Jews.
No Jews. None. Very few Jews. There was like a little Jewish name.
There was no Jews here before comedy.
Really?
I mean, I've lived in Texas my whole life, and I had only met like maybe one or two.
Yeah.
And then when they all started moving in to do comedy, it's like there's a lot of them. Some of my closest friends were not Jewish. Yeah, I went from having no Jewish
That's how they get.
friends
That's how
to-
it starts. Be careful. Be careful. These are famous last words. I tell you.
For now, they're
Next
great.
thing you know, your friend will be collecting a rent check. You watch out. They know what they're doing.
Listen, I'm keeping an eye on them.
It's funny. We've got a Holocaust museum
Where?
in Ireland, in
Is that-
Dublin. Like just a.
Why is that funny?
It's just a funny day out. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's hilarious. They kill a lot of Jews.
That's the part.
It's just so funny. They did that. They organized that. Like, it was like a prank. It was a prank. It was the original.
It was a YouTube prank.
It was the original Nelk Boys. Hitler, the SS with the Nelk Boys.
Yeah. Well, that's Ireland's version of it.
No, so they got trains. It's a big logistical thing. They got trains and they sent them to these death camps and they killed them all. Hilarious. So funny. Isn't that funny? No. The funny thing is, there's only two.
Do they have any of the trains at the museum?
No.
That would be wild to like go walk in there and be like, damn,
oh, dude, the energy in that would be so dark, so intense.
That's so funny because I went to
again, funny is the interesting word.
Yeah, but I went to Barnum. I went to the Barnum and Bailey's museum.
Yeah, the circus.
Yeah, the circus museum in Tampa, and they have the original circus train. So you get in, you walk in, you walk around the quarters and stuff like that.
I mean, it's kind of sad because they're doing it to like bears and lions and shit. But it's like, I mean,
yeah, fuck them. Whatever.
I want to bring back
know,
circuses, dude.
Bring them back.
Yeah. They got rid of them.
But
I think it's a supply and demand thing. Who really wants to go to the circus?
The problem is
Bro, have you seen like a giant elephant jumping up and
I know, but
a lion jump like we could jump into the crowd?
No, but it's hard, nowadays it's hard to watch that without like being like, damn, they're fucking that animal up.
I know.
Like it's not the same. It's like
but they could be.
Ignorance is bliss, right? When we didn't know how badly they were getting treated, it was like, hey, this is fun. But now you know what they're doing to them. You're like, this is kind of rough to watch.
But also, there was nothing to do when the circus was at its peak. This was like 1940s, 1950s stuff. It was like there was nothing to do. And then the circus came to town. They would fucking put up signs and be like, "Yo, the circus coming here next week," and everyone would be like, "What the fuck, dude? There's a clown and shit."
Yeah,
do you think we'll ever get back to that?
And maybe if the internet just goes down and we can go back to our roots.
Fuck yeah,
that'd be sick.
That would be so.
I'd love to be living in a pre-internet world.
That's such a wild time when you can just like just like walk, like just be in a different like state or whatever, and just be a different person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You can't do that anymore.
No, you absolutely can't do that anymore.
You can't lie to women at bars. Bro, I used to go to bars when I was like 19 or 20, and my buddies would do it to me. They wait till I get like a couple beers, and then they would walk up and they would go, "This is Dean. He's actually a famous race car driver."
Oh, you're nice.
And then I know enough about racing. Like I know enough about cars. Anything they ask me, I'll be like, I wouldn't say famous, but I'm running pretty well in the
That's
Xfinity
how you do
series.
it.
Oh, that's the humble.
It's the nicest one, yeah.
But now the girls can just be like, click, click. No,
of
you're
course.
not.
Yeah.
A friend of mine got some pussy pretending he was a soccer player.
Brother.
Dude, they were in Ibiza,
Okay.
the island in Spain, and
That's like a party island, right?
Yeah, just a party island, and they're at some bar, and they had like a table in an area, but it wasn't VIP, but it kind of felt like it was VIP because it was kind of just to the side.
Yeah.
And then some chicks were walking by, and they were like, "Yo, come in, sit in the VIP area," but it wasn't. And then there was someone. There just happened to be like a Ferrari outside. They go, "Yeah, that's our car. We rented it for the weekend. We're all soccer players and all this type of stuff." And then he said there was a girl walking around selling shots, like Jello shots, and they're like €2 a shot. And she walked by, and the tray, she had about 20 on the tray, and he went, and then she went, when she came back, there was like 6 left. He was like, "Here, give us them all. You know?
I'll buy the round."
He goes, "Give me everything you have." But he waited until it was like a little less, because he's like,
little things like that.
Yeah, what a smart play.
And then he said he went, they said they were like a lower team, but you're still rich as fuck if you're a lower soccer player. You know?
Right.
And then,
and then you could move up.
He said the next day, then she she follows him on Facebook, and it says, I works at like fucking Trader Joe's, you know?
Yeah. But then it's like, it's the, the ruse is up.
Yeah, but still, it's kind of like, surely if you're a chick, you got to go, yeah, got me. Right? It's like you go home with a chick and she has a dick. You go, fuck you played the game. You played the game. You won this one.
The game is the game.
Yes.
The game is the game.
The game is the game.
The game is the game, dude.
That's fucking great.
It's time to spring clean that underwear drawer. Before the hot weather hits, make the switch to sheet and stay fresh and sweat free all season long. Sheet underwear is unlike anything else. Comes with 2 pouches. Put your dick in one pouch and your balls in the other. Keeps everything separated so things don't get stuck together. Not the way your bits are always getting stuck together. Not anymore, folks. I use sheet. I used to have a big mess, like a lasagna looking kind of downstairs, but now I've segregated the cock and the balls. And things are better. Go to sheetunderwear.com. Use the code Collie to get 20% off your first order. Plus, Sheet Underwear's 100% money back guarantee. So I guess if you try the underwear, you don't like them, go, yo, bro, don't like the fucking skitties, and they'll change it. So Collie.com, use promo code Collie. Back to the show.
I thought they made that illegal at one point, though. You can't illegally, somewhere in one of the states, it's like illegal to lie to someone about who you are so you can sleep with them. So if you're at a bar and
I bet any court.
You tell them you're a pilot. If you tell some chick you're at a bar, you're a pilot, and she sleeps with you and finds out you're not, apparently it's like a crime.
Right.
Yeah,
well,
it's her word against.
But then that's something that like you can lose in the court of public opinion.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I
Like
can sell my way out of
hardcore.
that. Yeah.
Like hardcore, like maybe like in I don't know if the court of law how that would work, but in the court of public opinion, if that guy, you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
the right person, if the right person got to the right people, like it could really screw you over there.
Yeah.
Like the court of public opinion is so huge.
Yeah, but I
And by that you mean like
What the world thinks of you,
oh yeah.
right? You know what I mean? Like
like the Amber Heard, Johnny Depp type of
Yeah,
stuff.
it's
Like
like-
it doesn't really matter
it
what
doesn't
the
re-
outcomes were.
it doesn't really matter. Everyone sort of has their feelings about it.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
but there's just a
even
But
now,
like, it's like if I get on trial for telling a girl I'm a race car driver and then I slept with her.
right?
And then
You'd
later-
you would get more fans than you'd lose.
You get more fans than you
in
lose,
that particular
absolutely.
situation.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
I'm
But
like,
it-
whoa, we were being silly. Also, give me $10,000. I'll be a race car driver.
Is silly a crime now?
Oh, silliness is
You're
a crime. You're on.
Is this not America? Our forefathers lied to get pussy. That's what
Oh,
this country
for
was
sure.
built upon.
Built upon, dude.
It's what the world is built upon.
Yeah, of course.
Thomas Jefferson wrote it best when he said,
Yeah.
yeah.
But look, if you say you're a pilot and then she blows you and
Yeah.
then I was upset that you're not just a garbage man, that's like on her.
yeah, it's like, and then what are the repercussions for that? Like, what is the repayment of that if that's the, like, what are they going to charge you $10,000?
No, you're probably not gonna get charged anything, really.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know anything about law. It's like, yeah, you're probably not gonna get charged. Maybe you would. I don't know.
Damages, emotional damages. Or
Yeah,
something like
right.
that.
Yeah.
But there's definitely guys.
Maybe you have to go down on her.
Pay it back. That's fair. But she spits the cum back into your dick.
Yeah.
Like it's like a refund. There's definitely guys who've done that though, where they go from town to town, like pretending to be pilots and things like that, just picking up girls. Pilot's a good one
Thousands.
because a pilot's like, hey, I'm just here for the night.
Right, you're out
I'm
of town.
rich, I'm smart, you'll never see me again. It's all just
They
it's
sell those
sexy.
little wings in,
You could probably
in the
get
gift
like
shop.
you could probably get a uniform somewhere easily.
Yeah.
I think that's the premise of that. What is his name? Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Catch
Or,
Me If You Can.
Yeah, Catch Me If You Can.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. That's funny. There's a theory that came out recently that like he kind of made up all of that.
Yeah, I heard he lied about all that
That whole
as well.
book, he just like completely made it all up.
Isn't that just a book?
No, it was based on like
It was based on a real guy.
He wrote it as a memoir about his life, and then recently people are like, no, none of that's like real.
Yeah.
Same
the best, the really,
Oh,
the
did they
truly
really
the greatest
sell
con.
Yeah, it was that he said, oh, I'm a great con man, and he never did any of that
He
shit.
never did any of that.
He might have flew once or something,
Yeah.
but he certainly wasn't a doctor.
Yeah, because that's the parts of the story that like the FBI knows what they know. They know that there was a guy that was forging checks, but all of the other stuff is all told by him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. Dude, was he actually forging checks? I wonder if he was even doing
I
that.
don't know. I wonder even because they said then he ended up working for the FBI and created a security firm thing. But I wonder even if that's any true. But
Yeah.
Goodfellas is a fucking lie. Is a lie too. Did you know that?
Really?
Bros, quit ruining these
Dude.
great shows for me.
It turns out fucking Henry Hill was some fucking retard that just like said shit, and then they were like, okay. I went to the Mafia Museum. There's an
Alright.
American Gangster Museum in New York.
Okay.
It's a fun little day out. You get to see like Al Capone's hat, and they talk about
that's
fucking
cool.
Hoover, I think, creating the FBI, or someone creating the FBI. But Henry Hill used to go in there all the time when he was still alive. He would just show up and be like, "Hey, it's me, Henry Hill." Like people are like, he didn't work there. He was just like on a tour, and they're like, "Oh, okay." And then he would just like start telling everyone stories because all he loved to do was just talk. And they said they think he was never really anything in an associate because he was kind of just like a dim-witted the village idiot.
Yeah,
and that's what they said that might be why no one ever killed him, because they just knew him as the local little retard running around.
Yeah, because I did wonder why no one's ever killed him, because he was very public after the movie came out. He was like on Howard Stern a lot.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's crazy that he didn't die, and he was like, that was so long ago. All those people are dead. It's like, not really.
Yeah.
It's like 20 years ago. If I'm like that guy's, if I'm like any of their sons or shit, I'd probably still be mad.
Yeah.
But that makes a lot of sense if he wasn't really saying anything.
Yeah, that's just what the guy who worked there told me anyway. So, whatever.
Crazy,
it's a great movie though. Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
it's a
unreal
great
movie.
But all those mob guys now, they just have like fucking. It's crazy to be like, we were the mob, like that. Sammy the Bull.
Yeah.
Who he ratted out. Who's the Dapper Don? Gotti. Yeah, now he's like on podcasts and they had the beef with that other guy, Michael Francesi. So. You all right? Your cans?
I was gonna see if you could turn mine down a little bit.
Cans a little hot.
Yeah.
Cans are coming in hot.
I didn't say it in the beginning, and then I was like, starting to get to the point. Oh, nice, dude. Sorry, boys.
You didn't say at the beginning, and now you're just like ringing.
Yeah, it's like it got
Just
pretty loud. All right, there we go, dude. We're tuned up. My bad.
I think that's a function of the mob being less like powerful now, right?
There is it's crazy to go kill someone now.
Right.
It's just like
There's so much evidence.
Just
like you're never
revenge killing someone. It's like fucking crazy. No one would ever do that.
No.
There's DNA shit now, which I don't know. Like,
but it's also the mob. Like there's so many generations removed from like Gotti.
Right.
Yeah.
Like there's no benefit to like a young guy trying to kill these guys.
And it's like what is I guess besides the mob is probably still into gambling and construction and all that, but like
it's still organized crime, but it's not. I don't think it's not a group. I don't. As far as I know, I don't think it's like a group like that. It's
no,
not like you don't get blood. You don't get.
Well, it just doesn't seem like it'd be as powerful. Like it seemed like part of the group that the mob had back in the day were like the protection rackets, right? Like,
yeah. That's
like
long gone.
This community is our territory. They pay us money to keep them safe.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's got to be gone. I think you see it at the end of have you ever watched The Sopranos?
Yeah.
When they go into like Starbucks or whatever.
When they go into like a corporate store and try to do a protection racket and they go, look, they're just gonna replace us. It's not like this is not like a neighborhood store that you can run this racket on.
That's gone. They still do gambling and they still have a lot of companies, like they still own the garbage routes and things like that.
Probably, right?
Vegas too. Vegas, they probably but they got legit. But it's not the same. It's not like you're gonna have a head of the 5 families sit down and fucking figure out my territory. It's kind of just little nickel and diamond people.
Yeah.
And that probably only worked for like 50 or 60 years.
What? Mob?
The mob and the mafia. They were only on a stretch till probably like what, the 80s?
I'd say the 80s,
probably
90s.
Died out completely.
80s
or
90s. Yeah, once the internet came around and the RICO charges started putting them all behind bars.
Right.
That changed everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Back in the good old days when like Lucky Luciano was in charge, that must have been nice. Come here, see? I'm smuggling H. You know those guys?
No, dude, I don't know any of those guys.
You don't know Lucky Luciano?
No.
He kind of invented the mob, kind of.
Well, yeah, he was the architect of the 5 families, right?
Yeah, he organized the structure like that, and then he came up with the ideas of like, you gotta like fucking.
Yeah, if you want to kill
blood out, and you gotta okay it with the other families before you can kill people and all this type of shit.
Before you kill a made man, you gotta okay it with the other families.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, they had like legit rules and like legit.
Yeah.
Legit ceremonies.
It's fucking it's so attractive as a fucking crime that like the mafia is like there's something so fucking sexy about the whole.
They're like cool. They dress well.
They dress well. It's honor.
There's family.
Just greasy guineas.
Yeah, it's like
it's something like sexy about that shit. They have a guma. They go cheat on their wife with the guma. You know, they pistol whip some fucking.
It's wild, dude.
Yeah.
Cuba? No, was it?
Yeah, the mob was in Cuba.
Yeah, they were mob in Cuba. Yeah,
I've seen some of those like old Dean Martin films and stuff.
Yeah,
where it's like about the mob. I can't remember which ones when I was a kid, and it always like they're smoking big cigars and women are everywhere. Yeah. Looks cool.
Yeah, but then that's the glory days. Then it became became just roided up fucking dipshits from Long Island, all in tracksuits. Just like, oh, hey, I'm so Italian it hurts.
Yeah,
some of those Italian fucks on the internet is crazy. You ever see them on the internet? Like they're like, "Oh, Maroon, the bull," you know, you fucking tone it down.
Yeah, you've been in America. Your family's been in America for like 11 generations.
Oh, the cannolis, holy cannoli, Marie.
What is the guy that cooks all the time, or he's like eating stuff?
He
looks like
he does that. What's his name?
He's got like a deformed head and shit.
He does kind of look like an ostrich or something. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got like a tiny little jaw.
Yeah, his name is Chugs or something, isn't it?
Yeah. He's like really famous.
He blew up, but he just eats sandwiches and goes, "Oh, that's good." That's all he does. And now he's like hanging out with Mike Tyson and shit. It's like,
That's crazy.
but what happened was, we had the TV in the 40s and 50s where it was just like any kind of a stereotype, you know, where like a Mexican guy would come in with a sombrero and they'd be like, you know, and then slowly they've made all the characters more, more dimensional, and they slowly got rid of that. And then when TikTok and everything showed up, we just immediately went back to, I'm Italian, I want to tongue kiss my mama. Hey, you're like immediately back to just no other type of depth to characters at all. We just want dipshits and we want to know exactly what they are immediately, you know what I mean?
And then we can copy paste them in as many scenarios as we can.
Yes,
just
exactly.
that one guy in as many scenarios.
Yeah, exactly.
Lazer,
Lazer's a good example of that.
Lazer's a great
Lazer is, you
example.
know exactly what the fuck Lazer is 4.5 seconds into seeing it, and that's what they want.
That's what
and
they
he's
want.
never going to say a big word that confuses you. It's just what it is, and that's what it is, and that's why he's popular, because Americans have bad diet and their brains are underdeveloped.
Amen. He's my roommate, man.
I know, I'm sure.
When you saw him at Florida, he was a fucking
how many other people
nightmare.
are in the trailer?
Kyle Dowdy and Colton Dowdy.
What did you say? We saw him what?
In Florida at that festival.
Yeah, he's a lunatic.
Brother, running around to bars. He was like,
You just walk into a bar and scream.
and just
everything.
scream.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He had the Guatemalan girl with him. Do you remember her?
Yeah, poor girl. Yeah.
Poor gal. Flew this girl
Let's
in.
not talk about
that's
fucking
right.
your roommate's bad habits with women. Let's move on to something else. We're not throwing Unky under the bus here.
You were really ready to
He was
share
about
this
to go
story.
in, dude. Do you remember that Guatemala girl? I didn't remember her name.
Wasn't that bad.
I got
just
really
left her at
quiet.
the
I was like,
Sorry.
let's go.
It wasn't that bad. He just made her
wasn't
sleep
bad.
on the beach one night. Whatever.
Kicked her out. Anyway.
Fun times.
Fun times, dude.
You guys got anything to plug? We should have done that up top. You guys anything to plug in your life?
Man, I'm doing shows. You can find it at Dine Stanfield on Instagram. We're hitting the road again. We're going back to Zany's here pretty soon, and then Moon Tower Festival with Colum
Yeah,
coming up in April.
I'll be here. Yeah, we're not doing it specifically together though, are we?
No,
And then I have The Solid Show. It's my podcast with my boy Deric Poston, where that drops every Wednesday on YouTube and all other podcast platforms. And then I have a show every month in Austin at Black Rabbit called Ehsan Ahmad and Friends every fourth Saturday of the month.
Oh, nice. Black Rabbit. Where's that?
Ooh, it's just like
two streets over.
Yeah, it's an underground venue.
Oh, sick.
Yeah,
I'd
it's
love
like a
to-
small little room, like 50
Basement.
people.
Oh, nice. I'd love to check it
So
out.
good. Yeah, it's
There's
a
loads of rooms. Is the Velveeta room that used to be the is that a place here?
Yeah, the theater room's right down the
But
street.
is that a club? There used to be a club for a
No,
long
it's,
time.
it's still a club. It's still a club.
Is it? Because I
Yeah.
think Stanhope recorded an album there.
I think he did a special there.
a special, like a black and white special.
I don't
It was kind of
remember.
like a bootleg special, I think.
I know he filmed one.
I know he
can't
did
remember
it.
what
Did he?
I don't remember what it was. Yeah, he definitely did a special at Velveeta.
Yeah, I'd love to go check that room out too.
It's fun. Pat Dean runs it, and they run. I mean, they're fun shows.
Yeah, it's like
You've
they
headlined
run
there.
I think I've headlined there. I think it runs every Tuesday through Thursday through Saturday. They got shows.
Fun.
Yeah,
So it's a
weekends.
weekend spot.
Yeah. Well, Austin's fun. It's a fun little spot. The shows have been fun.
Yeah, last night was great.
Last night was great.
Oh yeah, how was that here?
It was really fucking good. It was
Smashed,
crazy how fun it was.
150.
It was what?
There was like 150
It
people.
was sold out. 200.
Sold out.
200 new
200
material
200
night.
signed up.
Sold out, and they were up for everything.
Yeah.
And it was like a bad reflection on, because it was all new jokes. It
Right.
was essentially just an open mic for professional comedians,
Yeah.
rather than just. And but they were laughing at everything, so I reckon we all have a false sense of security now.
So-
We all go,
Can't
"Here's
wait
the-"
to try those jokes again.
Yeah, I can't wait to do those in front of a real audience. But they were just
I'll
laughing.
be like,
at
what
them.
the fuck did you just
Well,
say?
shout out to the Creek in the Cave. This is where we're recording this episode today. Shout out to Rebecca Trent. Shout out to buildings. All right, I'm not going to read the questions from the Patreon, folks. If you want to get your questions read, head off to Patreon/Colum Tyrrell, and you can get your questions in. And then the best question of the month wins a free shirt. That's crazy. Are you kidding me?
A free shirt.
A free shirt. And it's only $1 a month. You get an extra episode every week, a solo episode while I ramble in my underwear, walking around my hotel room on the road, just talking about the crazy shit that falls into my head. It gets a little psychotic, actually. So, yeah, but that's $1 a month. So, why not?
Yeah, the solo podcast, you really kind of delve into yourself in a very uncomfortable way sometimes.
It's a deep dive into your own psyche. Yeah. So at some points, then you annoy yourself. So you get 50 minutes in, you go, shut the fuck up.
Do you have a producer on your single? No, it's just you.
Yeah, it's just me.
That's great.
Damn.
It's just audio only.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you're talking on your own into a camera, it gets a little.
It's depressing.
It gets a little nutty. But if you're no camera and you're sort of just walking around, it's literally just me like doing like a voice memo to these people who like to listen to it. So
Right.
That's wild.
it's $1 a month, and I just ramble about whatever.
Yeah.
It's like Bird used to do it, but Bird's like so fucking good at it. So.
Yeah, and birds like sometimes go like 3 hours, right? Like they just go.
Yeah.
Bird can just talk about literally anything though. Bird could be talking about buying socks, and it's just like so funny.
So funny. That's the dream.
Let me see if I haven't. I might have already read this question last week. I can't even remember. Have you ever had run-ins with the law? This is Alexander Wallace. William Wallace was a Scottish man.
It was.
Yes.
You're
Famously.
Also a movie that's not true.
Really? Colum, I told you to.
I need to help you that none of these things are real. True.
William Wallace wasn't real?
He was a real man, but none of this stuff. They say it's one of the most historically inaccurate movies of all time.
Damn, that's so
awesome.
cool.
Braveheart. It's like
Yeah.
so. It's like not even the same deck. Like there's like William Wallace and the guy were like hundreds of years apart. And the way they were fighting and everything was just. They said the only thing they got right is there was a man named William Wallace. Everything else is just completely out of
Damn
it.
it. It's got
That's
some
so
of my
funny.
favorite lines
But
in that movie.
You know, that's right before like the internet got super popular. That's right.
Yeah.
You could just do whatever you wanted about history, and people would be like, "Oh yeah, that's how it happened."
Yeah, well, now I'm getting old and I'm starting to realize that all these, just so much of this history stuff that you go, oh, that's like just Hollywood shit that they made up.
Right.
And obviously they teach you that kind of early on with like the fucking Native Americans and the cowboys and how that's portrayed.
Yeah.
So then someone goes, that's just Hollywood made that shit up. But now it turns out like Hollywood made up nearly everything.
Yeah.
They made up like the way wars are won and stuff. Like there's a decisive battle. Like they won that battle and then they won the war. But like that's never really happened. But wars are like more like slowly. It's not like one battle finishes and then it's done. We won the crown. It's like it's slowly there's a retreat or whatever.
Yeah, and then there's like resources that matter, and it's all like war is like a intense. It's like a deep game.
Yeah. It's not just one fucking. You know, the Battle of Waterloo just changed everything. Like it's such a slow. Takes 50 years of fighting and all this shit. But I heard like Shane, because Shane's smart about it. Shane Gillis. I heard him on Rogan talking about how the Vikings don't have those like horns in their heads and things like that. Like that was just like some guy in Hollywood made that up, and then we're like, yeah, Vikings look like this.
No shit.
And
Damn.
they kind of look like more like peasants or something. They just wore like fucking shitty robes and shit.
Damn.
Yeah.
Some of them just got naked and fought. Is that true?
Naked.
Yeah. Where was the
Really?
Berserkers?
I don't know.
Yeah. It's like,
it sounds like a video game character almost that you're describing.
Yeah.
I can't imagine it.
they would take mushrooms and then get naked and then run and fight people. I swear to God, it's a thing. It sounds
Do they
crazy.
still do it today?
No.
This was a tribe of people.
This was Vikings. Yeah. A certain.
And they were called the Berserks.
They're called the Berserkers.
The Berserkers.
There's like a certain like class of fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good because you're going berserk
Yeah, you're going berserk. They
Wow.
just take psilocybin mushrooms and
and go get fucking nutty.
go get fucking nutty.
Damn,
dude.
that's so
Naked.
insane.
Naked
to kill,
and nutty.
Imagine
to kill people on mushrooms.
100 naked Vikings running at you. All like foaming at the
Just
mouth.
tripping their balls off.
And he's
terrifying.
killing you going, I love you. I'll see you in the afterlife, my brother.
We're all one. You're just returning to your maker. It's like
He's
what
choking
the
you.
fuck?
He's choking you out, going, this feels amazing. That's insane while his balls are rubbing against his Viking nuts.
And
Against.
he's just laughing, just enjoying his fucking, just enjoying
All
his
your
life.
entrails. He's like, what?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Fucking so the Vikings thing. But even the way they fight, if you see Gladiator, you know, it's like that idea of like you're in the middle of a battlefield and you're spinning around and you're fighting each other. I think as far as I know, battles were more just like they pushed into each other and kind of just mushed to the ground, kind of.
Like
It wasn't-
rugby.
Yeah, it was kind of just a pile-on until eventually kind of people walked away, kind of thing. Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
And
old
how
warfare
fast-
seems brutal as shit.
Huh?
Older warfare seems brutal as
Oh,
shit.
crazy.
Like,
It
it's,
was like
it's
you
almost
just
like guns
marched.
are better.
They just walked, 10,000 people walked into another 10,000 people and kind of just fucking just smothered each other until eventually.
Wouldn't they do like you know, somebody tries to go around and flank them from this side? and then-
there was some tactics like that. Napoleon, I think, invented a lot of that stuff. I think, I don't really know. But apparently that Napoleon movie's kind of like that too.
sucks.
Does it?
Yeah, I didn't like it
Yeah,
at all.
I haven't seen it.
I don't
no.
like it at all.
Like they just made up shit like where that he like bombed the pyramids or whatever.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
apparently they just like that's completely just
Yeah,
take
you
that
just
up.
shot a cannon at the pyramids, and you're like,
just to fuck it.
I don't know much about history, but I feel like I would have heard about that, or
Yeah.
seen the damage on the pyramids.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
the idea of that there's a one guy too, like William Wallace in that movie, is like he's going up and down on his horse shouting to everyone. And
It's
you're
like,
like,
only 5 people can hear you.
yeah, and it was like, who's that? What's going on?
yeah.
and he's like rallying them. They're like about to retreat, and he's like, "No, today we will go down forever."
Yeah.
Was that? I think that had nothing to do with the question.
Well, we got
we got off on a tangent.
no, yeah, any run-ins with the law? Okay, yeah, any run-ins with the law?
Not really. One time, I was with a couple of my friends, and we were just like high walking around our town or whatever, and we like walked into our old this is like at like 1 a.m.
Yeah.
So we just walked around our old junior high. We were in college. We're like, hey, just like reminiscing and telling stories, and they had thought we had like broken in and stole some shit.
Yeah.
So like we were handcuffed on the side of the road for like 30 minutes while they tried to figure out if we stole anything. But that's really truly my only run-in with the law. Otherwise, I'm a goody two shoes.
You're a good little boy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mhm.
Nice. Did you ever have any issue with airport security?
I mean,
Yeah.
do
you?
Yeah.
Legit.
Yeah. I mean, you know what's
do you ever just reckon they look at you and then they go, I don't want to come across as racist. And they
Yeah.
let you slide?
Yeah, sometimes just like the looks you'll get beforehand, and it's like, oh, okay,
I'm getting tagged.
yeah.
If
But
it's like 6 or 7 of them make eye contact with you, it's like, all right, you're not looking at anybody
yeah.
else.
But I will say this: I mean, it's been a while since like it's been a regular occurrence. I think we're far enough away from 9/11 now at this point, and there's so many other bad guys
yeah.
in the
Yeah.
world now. Like right now, I feel like the number one bad guy is Russians. Right, and
Maybe.
like you know what I
Yeah.
mean. Like
And Chinese.
I just it doesn't feel like we're enemy number one right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like it's not as intense as it was like back in like from 2002 to 2010.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy. I just constantly getting like swabbed for like bomb residue. I was like, I'm 10 years old. My
Dog,
shoes are
it's
untied. Like
crazy.
this is like, come on, me?
Yeah.
Not even my dad, me? Not even my
Nefarious
dad.
look.
Yeah.
Bomb residue is so funny.
Bomb residues.
You have a little residue on your toe.
Brother, I got all kinds of residue. I shoot guns a lot.
Yeah. But yeah, they used to wipe
We
my
got
hands a
in-
lot.
We went in one time after we're flying to Vegas for a bachelor party, and we all met up and we're shooting guns at the house,
Mm-hmm.
and then we all rode together to the airport. And but we like literally got done shooting guns and then got in the car and then went to the airport. So when we got there, one of us got flagged, and then they started flagging all of us, and they pulled us all aside and they were like, "Hey, we'll just let you know it's probably not a big deal, but you all have like residue, so we're gonna have to search your stuff. They're calling your bags back. Like they're gonna bring the bags that you guys checked and they're gonna search those." And then we were just like, "For what?" You know? And they were like, "You got gunpowder residue all over you, so we're gonna have to." But we were like, "We just got done shooting guns," and they're like, "It doesn't matter. They're gonna." So we're almost late for this fucking flight.
Well, that's good to know to not shoot guns before flying.
Nope.
I didn't have any guns. Can I bring a taser on a plane?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think so. That sounds like
You went absolutely, and then looked at him like, right?
I don't know, that sounds like something a 19-year-old race car driver would say.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can bring a taser on the plane.
Why
Yeah, I don't
not?
think you can. I definitely don't think you
Not
can.
on the plane. Well, what about in my bag? I mean,
You can carry a gun in
yeah,
your bag.
you could do.
you could put a gun
Yeah,
in your checked thing.
You have to. I believe you have to declare it.
Yeah,
but you can do it.
I declare a gun.
Yeah.
and then they let you know.
And they got
then-
any firearms in there? And you go, yep.
Nope.
And they go, all right. That's like all it is.
That's all it is.
That's so funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can check it. Yeah, but you can't bring that stuff onto a plane.
Louis C.K. had a very funny bit in his like last special where he's like he has clay just to like to make stuff. He likes to make stuff, and
Mm.
he's going through airport security, and they pull him over, and they're like, you know, it looks like gun or it looks like bomb shit. You know,
Yeah,
that
like
ain't
C4.
Yeah, and he's like, that could be bomb stuff, and he's like, oh, sorry about that, and they're like, well, so we got to confiscate it, and he's like, oh. Well, is it a bomb or it's fucking not? You know what I mean?
Don't just
Yeah.
throw it in the trash.
Yeah.
Don't just be like,
yeah.
oh, you can't bring that bomb on the plane, sir. Yeah, mate, have a good day.
Yeah.
Like, what is it?
What is it? Yeah.
Arrest me or don't. Like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. You can't just take it and like let him on the plane.
It's
and
like if
then
they do that with water too. Yeah, in case the water's a bomb, you forget you have a water there, and they go, "Sir, you can't have this," and then they throw it in the trash and go, "Fuck." So the worst case scenario is they just throw your bomb in the trash, and then you just go to live another day to keep doing it.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Or if it's like a real deal explosive, leaving it in the trash would be super dangerous.
Yeah,
Regardless, like it could just go off.
yeah.
That's actually, when you think about it, wow, that is an insane thing to do.
yeah.
To just throw it
But
away.
apparently they do it with drugs and stuff. Like if you,
I bet they confiscate it and then put it in a deal and go test it to see.
No, they throw them away.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, they throw water away.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like if you have a water bottle, they won't test that shit. Just throw it
No.
away.
That is crazy.
Yeah, they
It's-
just throw
Or they
it
make
away.
you squirt shit out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's wild that we can't bring clear water bottles on it. Like, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
You could see if it's water or not.
Yeah, I don't.
It's not
yeah.
nitroglycerin.
Yeah. I imagine, right, because it's always one guy that ruined it for everybody, right? Some guy tried to
Uh-huh.
bring explosive in a water bottle.
Yeah,
And it's like,
yeah.
I
I doubt
imagine
that. I bet they just made that up.
that's very possible.
They just want you to buy water on the other side of the fucking
yeah,
thing.
I also imagine that could also be, now that you think about it, that could also be a thing. They could have easily just made that up.
Yeah, yeah,
But like, I assume if they didn't make it up, it was very clearly not water.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It was like I'll
Not a
drink it in
clear
front
bottle.
of you. I'll drink the
Right
bomb.
here.
I'll
Yeah,
drink the
yeah.
bomb water.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
Now wait 3 minutes.
I heard this like they won't even do it when you have drugs either. Like if you have like find a bag of coke, they're like you can't travel with this, and then they just take off.
They
with
just
it.
take it.
Yeah, it's not like or weed. They'll just go. You can't travel with this. Like
Yeah.
unless it's like a substantial. They think you're literally smuggling.
dealing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of the time they're just like you just can't have that.
I don't know. I still don't want to fuck with that in Texas. I make sure I never have any weed on me.
It's
when I
surprising
fly
how
out.
many comics fly in and out. With
In
fucking-
in makes a little more sense because
Yeah.
in there's no security checkpoint on the way out.
Yeah.
So in just kind of works. And there's like California, all these fucking states don't. Oklahoma, they don't give a fuck if you fly with it as long as it's under like an ounce.
Yeah.
So it's like it's probably even more than an ounce. That's the limit, really. But flying in with it makes sense. Flying out with it is always like a little bit like just I don't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
I just don't want to deal with that issue.
And if you're going to a place that sells it already, you might as well just wait.
Yeah.
My biggest fear would be them just bringing you into a room and then you miss your flight,
Yeah.
and then your whole fucking thing.
Or like
is
if
fucked.
because if they bring you into the room, you're this close to like a no-fly list. You know what I mean? Like that's like there's so many
Yeah.
things that could be
Yeah,
like the room is a bad sign.
I've been brought into the room a few times just because.
Really?
Well, just
Yeah.
because of like a visa thing. Sometimes,
Oh.
like when I used to be on different visas, they would make you.
I've never been brought into a room.
Oh, I was brought into a room once because my visa was about to expire, but I had an extension or something that they didn't realize. So
Yeah.
they're like, "You're here for 4 days," because my visa was going to expire in 4 days. And I was like, "No, I have an extension that they didn't realize." So it made
Ah.
sense because it didn't look right.
But they were tied on it.
They were on it, yeah, because they
Yeah.
thought that was nothing to do with terrorists. Or anything. They just thought I was going to stay as an illegal. They thought I was going to, but again, they don't really care.
They don't really care about that anymore.
They don't care about me.
Not I mean anybody.
about-
They're just
I don't think they care about anybody at this
yeah.
point.
They're
No.
letting everybody over. Dog.
Yeah, but that's just if you walk in, flying in, a little different.
Oh, I guess so.
But also, if you fly in, the way it works is the visa is like 3-month tourist visa. You just fly in and go, yeah, I'm not gonna leave, and then you don't leave, and then that's it. Then you're American. Welcome to America.
That's how it works.
Yeah, and then you have
Well,
a kid.
that is the number one way of, I think, still more than people walking over the border. That's the number one illegal immigration. Is people just
Gotta be.
overstaying their visas and stuff.
It's gotta
Yeah,
be. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
'Cause if you can get a plane flight in, I mean, what is?
Yeah. Why? What's keeping you from like?
Bro, I
Something.
fucking got fucking flagged going into Canada one time, and just because of the way my visas were working or whatever. So I'm going into Canada, and then I swear to God, the flight in front of me was like from China. So like I got brought into the second line. It was the longest line. I think this thing just flew in from fucking Wuhan, right?
Okay.
And everyone was just as Chinese as you can be.
Okay.
And so they had to just flag everyone, and like just all these translators and stuff, and then they're like, ask her why she doesn't have a return flight, and then she was like, husband. like why don't you understand? Like, don't you understand? This is weird.
Yeah.
You're flying to Canada one way with no friends or family here.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Husband? It's like, and I'm there like in line. I was in line for 2.5 hours just listening to like people screaming and Chinese and trying to figure shit out. Then eventually they got to me and they just went, go ahead.
Yeah, get the hell out of here.
Yeah, but I get it. Anyway, yeah, so look, being an illegal immigrant is pretty fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if anyone's out there listening, go do it. Try sneak into America. Seems pretty fun. You can get in through Canada is a good way. I don't know how to do this, but I've heard of Irish people getting in through Canada.
Yeah.
Really?
You fly into Canada and then they'll smuggle you across the border somewhere through fucking Green Bay.
Yeah, just walk.
Just walk across the river.
And through the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll figure it out. You might get lost and die, but whatever. Do you want to be in America or not?
Damn,
Yeah,
they
earn
smuggle Irish people through Green Bay?
I don't know, maybe.
You said that, I was like,
Made
wow,
up
that's
there.
crazy.
I do know people
That's the
have
movie I want to see. The over the ground railroad or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The railroad.
The Irish Railroad?
The Irish Railroad.
That's not bad. Yeah. I'm like Schindler's List for fucking. I'm like Schindler for the Irish.
Oh, Schindler's List.
Yes.
Schindler's List. Oh, Schindler's List.
Hell
is
yeah, I'm like
fucking-
a little Sherpa, a little
That's fucking
immigrant
hilarious.
Sherpa for the Irish boys.
Yeah.
We're all just marching through the woods in fucking Wisconsin. I think a lot of, but they also have a huge, I think, Hispanic illegal, like Mexicans up there too.
Yeah.
They'll go to Canada and then work their way down that way. So out of
Oh,
nowhere,
wow.
yeah. So because there's many ways to get into this fucking dump.
Yeah, people are going to get in no matter what.
Good.
Yeah, good. That's how America started. That's my stance on it.
Just send them to Wyoming though. That's what I think they should be doing.
Well, they
They need new immigrant cities in like
Utah's empty.
Dakota and stuff. Yeah, just empty places.
Yeah. Go up there, Montana and
Fucking
shit.
Grand Canyon, stick them there.
Yeah.
Just have 2 million illegal
Bro,
immigrants.
canyon
Just
side
a
fucking-
just a caravan. Oh,
Yeah. Let them go, dude. Let them go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's fun to sneak in. If anyone here has ever snuck into America, let me know.
Sneaking's the best.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that seems like an ultimate thrill to sneak into America.
To sneak into that place.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
place. It's
The
like
place,
it's
yeah.
like sneaking into a nightclub in the back door or something like that. Your
then when
friend
they
knows a
get-
way to do it, and he'll open the door.
Yeah.
We can get in. The bouncer said no, but we're getting in.
Yeah, dude. Bouncer's fucking smoking weed, dude. Don't worry about
But
it.
bro, and I worked in construction in New York. I worked with a lot of Ecuadorians. There was all
Really?
Ecuadorians, and they just walked. Like they walked from Ecuador to America. Like they just had to go all the way up through the fucking, like, is it Colombia and whatever, and
All the way up.
That's pretty.
all the way up. Yeah, and
That's
then
pretty fucking impressive.
and then they had, but then you have to hire people. You have to hire the fucking
the coyotes or whatever they're called, the coyotes.
No, most of them just like legit just walk across. Like you can hire a coyote if you're like women and children.
Oh,
They hire
if
them
you're
for
a
those,
little
but if you're
bitch.
Yeah, if you're a dude, you're like,
But he
why gotta spend the money? You're gonna walk me
what-
over there. I got a map.
Yeah, no, because I think it's like they got to do it in timing where they all have to, during the day they have to like hide, and then at night they come out because it's like less likely to get caught and things like that.
Yeah.
And one of them was telling me that like some girl on his group, he said he tried it 3 times or something like that, and then one of the times a girl died from a snake bite or something crazy. And then he-
Because if you get caught, they just drop you back
he could have
off.
just made all this shit up too, by the way,
Yeah.
whatever. But
Nothing's real anymore.
Nothing's real.
Nothing's real. AI's
shit's
everything.
real.
Nothing's fucking real
this is
anymore.
like some crazy illusion that I've paid to be in.
Yeah.
It's a wild one.
How
too.
nuts would it be to just one day kind of fucking wake up out of it's like if this is just all a virtual reality game that we've.
Oh, if that's
I'd have
the
some
case.
fucking questions.
Oh, if that's the case, I would absolutely, when you're confronted with that blue pill, red pill situation.
Yeah.
Give me the blue pill, dog.
What does a blue pill do?
You
think
staying here? You
Yeah, let me stay in the Matrix.
Let me stay. I'm having a good time.
You give me.
I already know the rules to this Matrix. If I have to come and figure out the rules to your new world, fuck that.
no. I'm
What
saying
if I'm a
is,
fat ass up there?
uh-huh.
What if like
Yeah.
I wake up and you're just like fucking 350 pounds and you're just
Yeah,
eating Cheetos and shit?
Yeah, you look like one of those people from Wall-E in the little
Well, it's
Yeah.
little chairs.
But what if it's
Fuck
like
that.
it's just we're in a world where it's like this is an incredible acid trip type of thing where you're tripping balls right now and soon you're like this at a party and go that was fucking nuts,
Bro,
Oh my
I felt that
God.
on mushrooms. I've never felt it on acid.
where you just lived an entire most
I
detailed
feel
life.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
There's some mushroom trips where you think, well, you're in it, and then you come out and you're like, what the fuck? And you go back in, and you come back. Y'all have never had that?
Not that deep.
No.
Well, I mean, obviously not as deep as this.
But yeah, but I feel like I like my life enough right now that might be a possibility. Where like I'm just tripping and I'm just imagining if things going well and you know what I mean. It's like
I
mental
would ask them
hospital.
to just make my wife a little younger. Let me stick around here, but let me upgrade. I don't know what I got to do. Can I buy a younger wife? Can I figure that
How many
out?
coins is that? Give me that.
She's great. Just don't let her age anymore. Just keep her where she is now. All right?
Yeah.
Send her back 7 years and so that was a good question. Run-ins with the law. I'll tell you this. I used my little bit of white privilege one time. I was in New York.
Used it.
I used it. I cashed it in. I said, may I use some white privilege right now? And he said, you can. Oh,
that's how it works.
It does.
it
works.
Yeah, I took out a card that says white privilege on it. Yeah,
Sorry.
well, I'm not sure. Do you ever have those cards like get out of jail free cards? They have them in like New Jersey.
What?
There's
Like Monopoly?
Yeah, I swear to God, there's like a card you can get from it. Like if a friend of yours is a cop, he gets like a certain amount of cards per year, and he gives them out to his friends and family. And if you get pulled over speeding, you show them the card,
What?
and then they take the card off you, and then
I'm
they go.
pretty sure that's illegal.
Well, it's definitely illegal. But
we have a
that
sign
sounds
in
awesome.
Texas that if you're a cop or your family member is a cop, you take your keys, you turn off your vehicle, you stick them on the dash, and you put both hands on the steering wheel. And when they walk up, that's like the sign that you know another cop.
Yeah,
9 times out of 10, that's got me out of so much. DWIs alone, it's got me out of a lot of trouble.
Really?
Yeah, you just when they pull you over, you just turn off your keys, you stick them right on the dash, you put your hands here, and they go. When they ask you a question, you just say, "Hello, officer," and most of the time they see that, and their whole attitude changes.
Oh,
just a little
interesting.
trick. So there we go.
Interesting.
But they never gave us cards or anything.
No, they have
I'm
cards.
gonna try that. If
They
I
have
ever get
cards
pulled
in
over
New Jersey and
Texas.
New York where they literally got. It's not going to get you out of crazy stuff,
Right,
it
but
is
like a speeding and like probably drunk driving.
yeah.
If it's
Yeah.
if you didn't crash.
There was a huge scandal in
Yeah,
Ireland.
if they just pulled you
Ireland's
over.
been like that, where you'd ring up your if something happened, you could just ring up your cousin, and if he's a cop, he'll figure out a way to get it thrown out of court. He'll
Right.
say it to the guy, and then the guy goes over and like writes down the wrong date. On
There
purpose,
you
we'll just
go.
go fuck up the paperwork. But there was a huge scandal about it because some guy got pulled over by a cop for speeding, and then the cop gave him like a ticket or some shit like that. But the guy who got pulled over, he had the same name as a famous rugby player. And then someone said, "You gave that famous rugby player a ticket," and they threw it out. But the guy was like, "Where's my ticket?" And they're like, "Oh, we threw it out. We didn't know who you were." You're like, "Well, I'm not that guy." And so then he went to the press about it and goes, "Why is this fucking guy, a celebrity, getting his shit thrown out?"
What the fuck is this guy's problem?
What a dickhead.
Well, he was just, he was kind of right though. He was just like, this is a fucked up system.
Yeah, but that's
But yeah. What system isn't fucked up?
I know, of course,
Yeah,
of course,
that's
of course.
so
Run it for the other-
insane.
yeah.
That's so insane that the system that's built to fuck you works in your favor, and then you go, well, that's unfair. Yeah, it is.
I know, but yeah.
Take
You're
it,
right.
you idiot.
Of course.
I
but
wish they would have charged him with the speeding ticket.
Yeah,
again.
could they?
I don't know. I think he brought them to court or something like that, and then some
Could they charge him?
Sheriff's got fired or whatever.
Could they charge him for being a fucking tool? That should be a fucking.
Yeah, he's a little rat, but
That's
it
a
is
court
true.
of popular opinion or
I
whatever.
mean, yeah, I guess that's true. Like they shouldn't let him. But
Yeah.
shut the fuck up.
I guess, yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, look, so I'm in New York. I'm on the subway. I'm drunk and I'm about to piss my pants. Like I'm fucking holding my dick because I just said fuck it. I get off at the stop early and I run out into the street, go up against the wall and just like I'm let rip.
Best pee in the world.
Yeah, I just had to get rid of it. Just the steam shoot me in the face, you know.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, the cop was like or something, and I look over and I was like, oh, sorry. And I think I just kept going, type of a thing. I
What
was
are you
like,
gonna do?
Yeah, you're midstream. It was nuts.
Right.
And then
Did they get mad at you?
he got mad at me. He
Okay.
was like gonna write me up a ticket or some shit like that. And he was like, you can't piss here on the street. Or
It's
something.
like, brother, I know
And
that.
I
It
go,
was an
look,
ultimate.
man.
Yeah.
I was going to piss on the subway in my pants. Is that allowed? I'm allowed to piss in my pants, but I'm not allowed to piss on the street. Either way, this was coming out. And then he was like, you're Irish? And I go, yeah, I'm from Dublin. He's like, my family's from Dublin. He goes, go on. Yeah, I'll get out of here. I ran up the raft. Fuck the Queen.
That's fucking amazing.
Fuck the Queen. Fuck the Queen is fun.
Yeah, I've been let out of a lot of. I've been let off of a lot of stuff in Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you just got a good little fun Texas vibe about you,
Yeah.
man.
It's true. You look like you could be named Tex.
Tex, yeah.
Yeah, you are Mr. Texas.
Yeah.
you're
So like
Texas.
when, especially in
You should do a
cops, they're
calendar.
usually like,
You should do a fucking calendar, Mr. Texas calendar.
Or
Just
where-
you just doing Texas stuff in every month, you know?
Yeah.
One of these shooting a Bud Light. Fucking next one.
It seems very hacky, but I could
Next, yeah, you're giving a finger to a fucking pride flag or something.
hold it up an armadillo,
Skinning a deer.
skinning
yeah,
a deer.
Yeah, just covered in oil. Just covered in oil, like car oil. Just,
Yeah.
just like that, just covered in car oil.
Drowning someone in Ladybird Lake. Just fucking-
I mean, that's the hands of July.
The Rainy Street Strangler.
Are people still going missing around here?
Yeah, one went missing last month.
well, yeah, they found a body last month in the
In
thing.
the
They don't
in
know
the
if
lake
it
or
was-
whatever. Is it?
Yeah.
They think though people are just going swimming though. Is it? What's going on?
Well, that's what most people say, and it's really weird for a serial killer to just stop and just sort of start again like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like,
We'll go underground because the heat was on him.
oh, probably. He.
Yeah, you take your time. Oh,
Yeah.
someone's got some solutions real quick. I think he's an evil genius, if you ask me. And
He's a pretty clever guy.
he says he's really pretty damn clever.
And I heard he's handsome as hell.
yeah. I hear we might be finding another body pretty soon, actually.
The next couple weeks, I think. Yep, next couple weeks.
Don't go into that bush, I tell you. You won't find any evidence from a cool guy there. That's so funny. I would
hilarious.
love if you were a serial killer. That would.
Yeah,
that
you're
is
very
off-
charming. You'd be very.
that
like,
would
very
really
nice.
go. Look, I don't want there to be a serial killer, but if there was, I'd like it to be you, and then that gives me a little something.
Yeah.
Makes my life a little interesting.
Right, it's like, oh damn, you talked to a serial killer for
Brother,
a while.
I sat right next to him.
Exactly.
But yeah, they think it's people swimming, but it's like the same like.
People are doing drugs and doing stupid shit.
Yeah,
They're probably
that's-
jumping off the bridge.
That's
and
probably what it is, but it's also like
suicide. It could be that.
yeah, but it's also like it's like the same similar like age and race. I think that's what
Yeah.
people are like. Well, if it was just people swimming, wouldn't it be all different types of people? Wouldn't there be some women?
Yeah.
It's mostly men.
It's all men.
It's all men.
It's all men.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
It's all men. They're all
if you
like
just found
in
out
their
that
late 20s, early 30s. They're like Mexican looking,
Yeah.
like Hispanic type esque, brown.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Brown guys.
I think that's what most of them are. I think there might have been a couple white guys, but like,
What if it's
But the
what if
important
it's
ones are
like
but the
brown
important
ones.
ones are the brown. No,
Yeah,
but
okay.
it's like if it was stupid people doing stupid stuff, then wouldn't there be women in there? Wouldn't there be people of different ages? Wouldn't there
what if
be?
it's like
Yeah.
a Dexter situation where it's the guy, he's like maybe those guys were like dropping something in some girl's drink and he goes, all right, I'm getting that motherfucker.
That'd be
That's not
interesting.
bad.
That'd be crazy.
That's a great story.
It's not bad. Wasn't there a movie about that? Like some woman
I think
with
it's Dexter.
Dex. Yeah, no, but there was a movie about some chick who would like pretend to be like really drunk at a bar, and then the guys would bring her home, and the next thing you know, she'd go, "What's going on?" Like she would like she was pretending to be drunk
Oh
to
my
like,
God.
catch these rapists.
Oh, that's
What was that?
I've never heard of that. That
sounds crazy.
Yeah,
it sounds like the scariest thing
Probably
ever.
wasn't true, dude.
Dude.
Take it easy.
None of that's true. That was a fake story. Over exaggerated. Yeah, but Tim Dillon did a great episode on his podcast a long time about the smiley face killers. Did you ever hear that?
Yeah.
There's these like smiley faces
That are
spray
around.
painted on walls and stuff around the place, and it's often where
Oh, that was the calling card.
it's often where young white boys, males, are being found
In
dead.
rivers,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
drowned.
yeah.
Oh, did
And-
they catch the guy?
No, they've never caught him, but they think it's like the theory is
They
that
don't
it's
even
like,
know if it's like half and half. Some people think it's a serial killer, some people don't. They
Yeah,
don't even know.
yeah. And
Damn.
they think it's it's a group, or like it's almost like a group of people that do a thing, and they don't necessarily kill you, but they'll drug you, put you in a situation where you're most likely to die. Like they'll put you on the side of a cliff, where then the only way for you to like get out is to like almost fall off a cliff or something crazy. So there's a guy.
Damn.
The guy went on the podcast, on Tim's podcast, talking about
I'll have to go check that out.
talking about how he woke up one morning and he was like in this. He got blacked out at a bar. He got fucking drugged at a bar,
Mm.
and then he just woke up and he was like in this weird fucking canal, and it's like there's no way you could get in or out unless someone put him there, you know. And he had to like climb up some fence and all to get out of it. And he said there's fucking smiley faces on the wall. So he thinks he was, because loads of people keep going missing like that.
Oh, like Saw. It's almost like Saw.
Yeah, it's like a Saw situation.
Yeah.
Although Tim might have came out, I think, and said something later that guy was a bit nutty. So he wasn't necessarily sure if that was true.
Nothing's real. It's all a simulation. Nothing is
You brought me
real.
all the way in for that, dude. You knew what you were doing.
I did not actually. But I guess I'm a little bit of a spoiled sport today, haven't I? I'm a little bit of a spoiled sport. I'm ruining a lot of people's fucking.
Well, you're
It's all right,
ruining,
dude.
ruining Dean's dreams. I'm slowly watching everything that Dean loves.
Yo, I
crumble.
love Texas, dude.
Yeah, that's true.
He can't ruin Texas.
I tell you what,
You're gonna say the Alamo's not?
I'll tell you
I'll
what,
right
Monster Truck is rigged. All right,
No.
Gravedigger never won a race in his
I
life.
watched it with my own eyeballs, dude.
No. I'm El Toro Loco. El Toro Loco all day, baby.
No, dude, Gravedigger.
Dude, when I used to work with those guys,
Really?
no, I was to say when I used to work with the Ecuadorians.
Oh, okay.
They used to all call me Blanquito. You know, little white boy, Blanquito. They call everyone Blanquito, even if you're 5 foot taller than them. But I went to see fucking the Monster Truck, and they had El Toro Loco.
Oh, wow.
And then the next day I went into work, and they were like, Blanquito. And I went, no, I'm El Toro Loco. And they all started and all day I kept going, I'm Toro Loco. And then
they would do that thing where they would bring up their friends and like, hey, say it.
yeah.
El Toro Loco. And they're like, ah.
Yeah, and then they all started calling me El Toro Loco.
That's the best, dude.
It's so funny. Imagine you work with someone and he goes, no, I'm Crazy Bull. Me Crazy Bull. And you go, all right then. All right, dude.
You're crazy. You're crazy bulldog. Yeah.
Yes, you are.
All right, boys. I guess we'll wrap it up there, will we? Any other questions?
Any other questions?
Just in life, just in general. What's
Man.
going on? Obviously, come check out Austin. You guys are having a lot of fun down here.
Oh,
it's
I mean, yeah, this
a
is
blast, dude.
Did you move down here, or what?
Yeah.
What was where you're from?
I moved down here in 2021.
Okay.
Before that, I was in LA. I was a door guy at the store for 5 years. Pandemic hit, moved in with my parents, and then was like, okay, let me see where comedy's actually happening. And
Yeah.
this place, it felt like comedy was happening, and it
Yeah,
was.
it is. Yeah, you can see
When
there's
you
a lot
moved
of
here.
there's a lot of hope in the air.
Yes,
I
a lot
hate
of
it.
hope, a lot of
like
young
it.
comics.
A lot of hope.
You don't like Hope?
I hate hope.
Damn it.
When you live in a big city,
fruitcakes. you need fucking misery and that.
Yeah.
and sorrow and fear. That's a real
Fear's
city.
fun.
when
Fear
you
is
live in a
good.
when you live in a big city, that wears you down. Like LA wears you down, New York wears you down.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm glad Austin. I'm glad a comedy scene moved here because I was here before the pandemic.
Oh,
And if I'd have had to move to New York or LA, it'd have been a nightmare.
So you've been here a while, yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's been gentrified.
bro, it's been great. It's every single move that people have happened. More and more comedies happen.
Yeah, well, all the boys are now. All the Philly boys now.
All
Yeah.
all the boys are going.
Shane's little crew. All of them are here. Every single one.
Every
of them.
single one of them got
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, to make Austin a scene, it requires a lot of people to like buy in,
Mhm.
and a lot of people have bought in, and
Yeah.
that's been huge.
Yeah.
You know, so it's
Yeah.
like the fact that Shane brought all his boys down here
Yeah.
is like it makes me hopeful about the scene even more. I'm just
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, okay,
High tides raise all boats. No?
yeah.
Ooh. Yeah.
Don't mistake a parrot for a prophet.
Oh,
That's my new one.
That's your new one.
Yeah,
I think a lot of Texas needs to hear that.
Yeah.
That is for sure.
Brother, yeah. It's a great saying.
Don't mistake. Where'd you even come across that? At a Cracker Barrel or something? Where did you hear that?
I heard that in a book I was reading. It's 11/23/58.
Oh, the
Stephen King.
the Stephen King JFK book.
Yeah, dude, it's
Yeah.
so good.
Okay.
So good. But it's in like the first 50 pages he was talking about. I was like, damn, that's deep, dude.
Mm.
Don't mistake a parrot for a prophet. Somebody that just like repeats stuff
Yeah.
that somebody else said. Anyway, my question was, what's your favorite Sean Finnery story?
Sean Finnerty?
Yeah.
Story? I don't know. What's some fun Sean Finnerty? Shout out to Sean Finnerty, Irish
He's the fucking
Irish
dog.
boy getting married in Argentina. That's kind of annoying. It's kind of
You're gonna
annoying.
have to fly down there.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna most likely go. Yes, but
Yeah.
I was like, oh, sick. And then you look into it, it's like 15 hours away. It's like,
It's
fucking
wild.
$2,000 flights. I'm just like, what the fuck, dude? You're
very
already
extra.
in Florida. Just stay in Florida. This is fucked up. That's fucked up, Sean. No one wants to be present in your
see-
love that much. You know what I mean?
You get to see Argentina though.
Fucking probably not. I'm like busy. I'm on the road. ColumTyrrell.com for all my dates. And I'm literally busy on the road, so I'm only going to go down for like fucking 4 or 5 days.
Oh, okay.
I guess I get to see Argentina, drink some wine.
for 4 or 5 days.
Yeah,
It'd be a
Yeah,
good
at least
pace.
explore your area a little bit.
yeah. I'd like to go to that town where all the Nazis moved to.
Ooh,
You
That'd be
know?
fun.
See if Hitler's rocking about.
Yeah,
Imagine
just
I
see
just-
how many-
imagine
What if they
just-
have a Holocaust museum, but it's way different.
Yeah.
This Holocaust museum isn't funny.
Yeah.
not the one in Argentina.
The Holocaust Denial Museum. But what if I just showed up in Argentina and then I'm just at a coffee shop and I'm just like, Hitler?
You see a painting. I really love that painting.
Yeah. And he's just like, pulls his glasses out. He hits me a wink. Walks out.
He got away with it.
No one will believe you. Yeah. Who did that? Who used to do that? What's that guy's name? The actor? He would go.
Bill Murray.
Bill Murray, yeah.
Oh,
Go
that's
up and go.
fucking
No one's,
great.
he'd eat someone fry and go, no one's going to believe you. And walked out.
He'll come down to the East Side bars. He's been known to be seen just like popping into Latchkey, he's got a clothing store that's like right here. So he'll just,
Oh, wow.
people will be like, I mean, once it hits the internet, it goes crazy, but he'll just pop into a bar for like 30 minutes. People are like, is
Nice.
that Bill fucking Murray?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Just a wacky dude, huh?
Yeah.
Wacky dude. Sean Finnerty, I did believe he was making, he told me this story. I'm not sure how true it is, but he was making,
Nothing's real.
he was making food for his wife.
That's what I want to hear.
But he's a real bad cook. Sean can't do anything, by the way. Sean is like the most intelligent, useless human I've ever met in my life.
Right.
Like Sean has no skills.
Yeah.
Like he is literally like a newborn baby. He can't really do anything. He can't drive. He can't cook. He can't.
Usually the smartest people I know are also the dumbest people I know. It's like it
Well,
goes hand in hand.
He's not
Yeah.
even dumb. He's useless. Like he can't. He can't do a thing.
That's funny.
You wouldn't. He can't hang a
He's got a
shelf.
heart of gold.
He can't.
I saw him build. No, he said when we got to his house.
He did not do that.
He said he poured that concrete
did
and
not.
built that shed. He was telling me
he did not. His girlfriend did that. His wife did that. Sean did not do a single fucking
Really?
thing.
I don't know if he said that he did it. He just said that it was.
Oh yeah, we did that. He said, but he didn't do anything. He made the tea while his girl was out there fucking mixing cement. I promise you, Sean is he's a friend of mine, but he he can't speak any foreign languages. I don't think he can read. I don't know what he can do. I don't think he can just do. He does. Normally you have a thing. But he doesn't do anything. He can't. He doesn't go to the gym. He doesn't. He's just useless. He's just like a little veal.
God, I was shitting on Lazer.
I know, but no, it's a friend of mine. This is a good friend of mine.
Yeah, he's a
but,
good
but
friend.
We should set them up.
Dude, Sean Finnery and Lazer on a tour would
Oh
be
my
fucking
god,
insane.
the
He met him.
dipshit tour. Yeah.
The dipshits tour.
But anyway, he was making dinner one night and they didn't have a weighing scales for like a cooking scales.
Yeah.
And he was making potatoes, so he kind of estimated what he did was he weighed himself and then he grabbed the potatoes and his hand stood back on the weighing scales and then just subtracted the difference.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's not a bad one. So shout out to Sean Finnerty.
He's great.
All right, let's wrap it up here, fellas. you know, thanks for doing it. Appreciate it.
I appreciate you having
I
us,
don't know.
man.
Obviously, follow the boys. We'll put a link to like your Instagram accounts in the bios, and
Perfect.
you know, come down to the creek, check out the shows.
Yeah.
Good night. God bless. Take it easy.
Thank you guys.
Love you. Bye.